We're here on this beautiful day on Dalhousie Street at Victoire Boutique. We're going to be interviewing one of the owners, Regine, as well as the merchandiser, Crystal. Why don't you follow me on in? Alright, so Regine, why don't you tell us a little bit about the history of the store, how you guys started out, all that stuff.
Okay, cool. Well, we opened just under 5 years ago in a tiny space. Yeah, just 2 doors down from here, where the canteen used to be. So we started out there 5 years ago, and then 2 years later we moved into the space we are now on Dalhousie Street.
Yeah.
And then just a year ago we opened a second location in Westboro. So it's been like slow growth, but
wow, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
So how's that shop been going?
It's been going really, really great. The thing that's awesome about that neighborhood is it's really very proud to support local businesses.
Yeah.
Which is why we wanted to move there. Dalhousie Street has the same kind of vibe too, and
for sure it does.
It's really important for us to be surrounded by other locally owned businesses and by customers that appreciate the value that you get by supporting local businesses.
For sure.
And yeah.
So what inspired you to open a shop? Was that your goal your whole life, or was it just sort of something that you're like, oh, this is something I'd like to do?
Yeah. It wasn't. It was something that we would talk about throughout school and university, but we never really realized that it was within our grasp. It kind of seemed like, who gets to do that? Only very lucky people.
Right.
But we kind of decided that we would just do it out of school because, we were young and we didn't have anything to lose, so we were kind of like, why not try being our own bosses? And we knew that there are a lot of creative, stylish people in Ottawa, and that there was something
under the radar.
Yeah, I know. Anyone who thinks that Ottawa doesn't have style just isn't looking hard enough. Yeah,
exactly.
They're in the right places. Yeah, because there's so many people, and we wanted to have a shop that we could feel at home at. So we were like, let's do it. Something that was clothing that we loved, was a chill kind of shopping atmosphere where you feel like you're visiting friends and not
no stress kind of
yeah
thing.
Exactly. We didn't want snobby boutique atmosphere or high pressure sales either. Just chill, and most of all we really wanted to create a really beautiful merchandise space. So
yeah,
that's
for sure.
really,
I think you definitely accomplished that.
Thank you. So that's really important to us. How we present the merchandise
for
is
sure.
Definitely part of our vision.
So is there any advice you could offer to other youth that are interested in opening shops or interested in getting into that? Because I think, like you said, a lot of people are scared off by the idea. It's really intimidating. Only really lucky people get to open a shop. But
anyone can do it. Honestly, anyone can do it. And when you're young, you're used to kind of living off spaghetti and drink sauce, which is that's kind of the life of an entrepreneur at first. You have to hustle and work really hard and work long hours, but you're young, you have the enthusiasm and the time and the energy, so do it, and then you might be able to make your living being your own boss and doing exactly what you want to do every day.
That's so great. And what's really cool about you guys is all those sales and things that you offer, different events, which really set you apart from other shops, right?
Cool.
So I know you have one coming up. So
we try to have events fairly frequently because for us it's really fun to get to hang out with our customers kind of on that level, and it's really important for us, for Victoire, to feel like a place that people like going to and spending time at. So having parties with free beer and food and fun clothing, it's kind of a winning combination.
For sure.
So we have one coming up Saturday, April 9th at the Dalhousie location, and this is something that we've been doing for a couple of years now. It's our vintage dress event, and it's
right
really
around prom season.
Yeah,
too, so perfect for high school kids.
It's perfect. There's some truly prom-worthy dresses that are going to be there, and then for anyone going to a wedding this summer, or there's really awesome stuff. It's one of our favorite events of the year.
I bet it is, and you get to see people made happy by clothes, which is
totally
awesome.
Yeah. Because with vintage too, it's such a it's kind of a gamble because it has to be perfectly fit you and the style that you like. So when it happens, it's so magical.
Exactly. It's that epic moment where you find something that you love, and also that's going to be original and different from anything else someone else has. So
exactly.
That's really great. Well, anyways, it's been awesome talking to you. Cool. Hopefully we'll get some people out to that sale this Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday, yeah.
So you said there was a sneak peek Friday,
yeah, that's the thing, because it's been the kind of thing where there's been lineups around the block, so we're we want to try to mitigate that, and so we're spreading it over to days for that
reason. Well, there you go, viewers.
Yeah.
You might want to come and check out the sneak peek on Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, anyways, it's been great talking to you. Thanks for having us.
Oh, thanks, man. Anytime.
All right, we're here with Crystal, and she's the merchandiser here at Victoire. So, Crystal, why don't you tell us a little bit about what your role is here in the store?
I primarily deal with the merchandising in the store, so everything that you see that is set up around you. I'm pretty much in charge of presenting the products that the girls bring in to the store, to the public.
So it's really creative, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
That's really awesome.
Yeah, and the girls are really good in the sense that I can pretty much do whatever I want when it comes to, displaying things. They kind of provide, the antiques. The girls are pretty much experts when it comes to sourcing stuff like that. But I pretty much get to work around them in any way that I'd like. So.
Yeah, so why don't you tell us a bit about the designers you guys carry?
We primarily do Canadian design. We're probably at about 90% Canadian design, plus a couple of friends and designers we just can't live without. And then from there, we bring it into the store and hoping that the community around us really just enjoys what we bring to the community, whether that means, a really awesome skirt made here in Ottawa or in Montreal and Toronto.
Yeah, do you think there's something special about getting from Canadian designers?
Oh, for sure. Birds of North America, for example, pretty much reflects, or her design reflects her environment.
Right.
She's from Victoria, so it's kind of rainy.
We actually saw them at Ottawa Fashion Week,
exactly.
Which is so nice.
Yeah, and she's just so top-notch. And it's cool to have that connection with the designers, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
knowing
Haley,
they're so close to home.
Yeah, she's such a cool-looking individual herself, and then when you look at her designs and what she wants to bring forth to the Canadian fashion industry, it's really inspiring. And that's where I come in and I get to put things up on cool things.
Yeah, Regina was saying how people always kind of knock Ottawa saying that we don't have style, but Regine said you're just not looking in the right places.
Exactly, and I think that's really something that ties everything in the store together, because whether it's the stuff we merchandise on that we find at flea markets, or if it's the clothes on the racks, we're always looking for something.
I think Victoire is a key example of Ottawa fashion scene, and that we do have interesting different shops to offer. We by no means are we in Montreal, but we're growing and we're getting there.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure you love working in this kind of environment.
It's the best. It's the best job. I mean, I get to play with these amazing things all the time and make them look good. And then, when someone goes to buy them, it's almost like a personal, personal piece of what we've done, going on to someone that I think looks awesome.
So would you say you have a pretty diverse clientele?
Oh yeah. Cool. Even the stuff we have in the store. I mean, if you look at the Audrey Cantwell stuff, which is an amazing designer from Montreal, it kind of has a kind of gothy sort of darkness to it. And then you have Birds of North America, which is, picnic skirts and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's great that you guys can cater to young, sort of high school, university age, as well as the working woman.
For sure. And I mean, with the stuff you guys styled today, I mean, you can just see the range of what we have.
For sure, which is fantastic. And I know each season you guys get in is always so different. And I personally am always excited to come into the store.
Yeah, and there's more coming in always.
Oh yeah? Yeah. How often would you say you guys restock your inventory?
It's always usually Monday to Wednesday, and we'll get 2 huge boxes of stuff that it's just so much fun to unpack and answer.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the jewelry, because you guys carry so much in the jewelry and the fantastic headbands and accessories you guys carry.
Totally. A lot of the jewelry that we do carry has kind of a retro aspect to it, and a lot of the stuff we deal with is with dead stock vintage or reutilized vintage pieces. So it's kind of a little treasure is kind of my idea about it, because I mean, even when I get to merchandise it, I'm putting a pair of earrings on an old piece of fur or in an old box. It kind of brings its own charm to it. And with the range of jewelry, we really have something for everyone.
I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, between the earrings and the vintage necklaces and all sorts of beautiful antique pieces, there's just something for everyone.
Exactly.
Anyway, it's been fantastic talking to you. It's great to
guys all afternoon.
All right, sounds good. See you later.